Alright guys, so let me show you how you can optimize all the listing that you add to Hexalister very quickly. So if you open Hexalister and you have Hexalister, you know that you can go to the setting and you can be connected to a Google Sheet. So let me navigate there. So right now it's empty, so there's nothing written to Hexalister yet, but this is basically your database, okay? And so we can write all the data. And so what I'm about to show you is that you can actually access the Google Sheet, make the changes here, and it will reflect in the tool itself, okay? So let me show you how it's done. So I'm gonna go to Amazon. I'm just gonna search for computer desk, click on default filter here. All right, and then what it does is default to prime and 4 stars and above. So on this page, I can actually individually choose by click on, before you start the copying process, I recommend you click on reset first. Okay, so reset all the URLs that you copied previously. So you can either click on copy URL on the one that you like, but in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and copy all 48 that's all on this page. Then I navigate to the URL bulk uploader. There you go. Here's the link for it. I'm going to paste. There's 48 of them. But with Amazon, I'm just going to reduce. We're only going to send it to shop, so I'm not going to worry about Facebook Marketplace. If you decide to do both, then I would recommend that you reduce the title to 99. Okay. I'm just going to send it to shop instead. So for shop, it's required to be a maximum of 150, so you cannot exceed that. So I will cut it off for you, but also optimize as well. So what it does is optimize the title and remove all the duplicates. So when we run the bulk, it's going to open each 48, each of the listing, and add it to Hexalister. So let me run that. All right, so it's done. Okay. So let me open Hexalister. Here it is. There are 48 records here. So what you can do now, okay, is something you can add to Hexalister, 48 of them unlisted. And you can actually allow your VA to come in here, log in, and then click on the description. Here's you can do on edit description and title, and they can actually edit all this and optimize them for you. Okay, or I need to do one by one. As you do one by one, they can move it to listed. So let me do one for you so you can see how that works. This is something they would do. So let me rotate this real quick. So that will be farmhouse, and get rid of this. And I can just rotate it through until I feel like the position of the title is good enough for your listing. So let's keep it like that, and then they can space things out if they wish to do so, just like that. Okay, get rid of the word about. So they would do this one by one for you. Okay, it's safe. Of course, they have to check for the warranty, guarantee, all that customer service lingo in here. So let's say when they're done, they can change this to listed, and it's safe. And when they do that, of course, there's one listed now. We just changed the status, now 48, 47 to go, and they do one by one. Another thing you can do now, okay, is to do the following. You're going to edit. You go to the Hexalister Google Sheet, which is what Hexalister is connecting to. So let me navigate there. So here's the sheet. Okay, so let me expand the column L. Okay, so this is the most important column here, right? Okay, of course we have the column D as well. Okay, let's expand that as well. So let's look at the column D. Okay, these are all listed. Now here's the thing about this. So let me freeze this column real quick. Alright, so we have this column here, L. Okay, so let me highlight that just so you can see it. So this is behind the scene, okay? This is our database. I don't recommend you come in here and start making changes what we have here. But one thing you can do is you can manipulate the description, okay? So as you can see, it's not wrapped. So let me select the column L and make this wrap, okay? Right here in the middle, wrap. So that you can see this description fully. And this is what I do, okay? There's 48 items in here. So what I can do first is maybe if you see the word about this item, let me copy that. I say I don't want all that. So you do Control H. Make sure you are within the range of L to L, okay, which is column L. So I'm searching only column L. So I paste this and I replace all because I'm replaced with space, okay? So there are 47 of this instant about this item. So let's get rid of that, right? So what else we got? If you just casually look down here, you might see something that's always going to be there. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Select all this, Control H, make sure you Pacific range, okay? It's L to L, only L, because if you do Amazon, of course we have Amazon on column P as well. You don't want to get rid of the word Amazon from a UL, so make sure you're staying within the L column here, okay? So let me replay and see how many Amazon words. Let's do Amazon basics. Let's see how many we can find. Nothing. But let's do Amazon by itself. Nothing. So there's no Amazon words in the description. That's good. How about the word China? Right? There's no China here at all. Now you're like, okay, why don't we just create a filter, okay, in Hexalister that will remove that? Of course, we do have that, okay, which is right here. So you go to set backward filter, and this is what we will set. You see that? And you just put another word, comma, another word. So what it does, every time you add an item to Hexalister, it's going to remove those words from your title and description, okay? However, you cannot remove sentence, right? So it's like sentence like this. So this is what I do next, okay? After I remove Amazon and the word China and some other keyword that might shows up all the time on all the listings, like about this item, those things, like this one, for example, okay? You see it all the time. So let me copy that, okay? Select column L, Control H, Control V. Make sure within the range of L and L, replace all. There are actually 4 of them in there that you can remove, okay? Now, let's do the following. So let's do a Control F, which is a find only. Type in the word warranty, right? There are 7 warranty in the listing. This is how fast I do, okay? So when it highlights, I go inside. I know it's always the bottom here. Double click, backspace, click away. Click to the next one, double click. There it is, away. And this one is usually in the bottom. Let's see here. There's right here, okay? Get rid of that. Next one, usually the bottom one, double click, click away, double click. And that's not the bottom one, so it's here somewhere in the middle. Let me double check real quick. Oh, there it is. My bad. So get rid of that. Okay. Click away. Hit next. Click inside. Double click. Click away. Of course, if you want to be fancy, you can always do this, right? Now, in order for you to hit a return within the cell, you have to hold the Alt key and hit Enter. That's how you get you can put the space in between each of the rows here, okay? Like that, if you want to do so. But I don't care. I just leave it like that, okay? People don't read the description very well. And so they just kind of look at your photos. And, you know, you don't have to be too specific. But that's up to you. If you want to do that, you can, you know, put a cursor there and hit Alt Enter. And that's how you go to the next, create a row in between. Okay, you do that. You don't have to do. I don't do it. I just want to make sure that all my keywords and all the warranty and the refund section in the listing and customer service. So I did warranty. Okay, so this one, there's a warranty here somewhere. Yeah, right there, but it's guarantee warranty. So I can just, let's get rid of this whole thing right here. Let's do the next one. Double click. It's probably right there. Yep, there it is. You see how fast I did it? Let's look for another one. Customer, right? Customer. Right here, maybe the bottom here. Nope. Customer service. Let me check real quick here. Let me type in the word customer service maybe. There you go. There's the bottom one. Double click. Backspace. Next. Double click. That's right there. Customer right there. Next. Find next. There's the bottom right here. Next. Is that warranty? Yep, that's the one. And double click in here. Customer service. Backspace. Find the next one. Customer service down here. So you do have a, as you can see, a dimension here, but a customer service star right here. I see the right quick right there. Next, and customer service 100% here. So get rid of all customers. Let's see what else. The word satisfaction. There you go. There's two. So let me double click, backspace, hit next, double click right here. I see right there. I detect them right away. But, you know, I can just get rid of this whole thing. I don't care. All right. So what else would you remove? So warranty, guarantee, customer service. Oh, refund. Let me just type in the word refund, right? Okay. That's no refund. It's just the refund is on the one of my column. Okay. Because we have a refund field there. But other than that, if you casually look down, go through visually, and you can control plus if you want. Right? You want a little bigger to see all these rows here and cells. If you can just visually look through, we remove everything already. And let's see here. And exclamation service right there. So here's one thing, right, that we always look for. Contact us. So let's do that, okay? Let's do contact us. So there's five searches for that. So like here, contact us, guarantee. Let's get rid of that. Next. Here's one here. Just get rid of that. Who cares about the package instruction? Let's click it right here. Get rid of that. And click on here. Double click. Let's see, contact here. So I detect it right here. So let me double click like this. Get rid of that. Okay. And we have one more left. Double click inside. Voila. There it is. All right. It's done. So we get rid of all the contact. So that's how fast you would do it, right? You do much faster here because you see it so visually how each of the cell look like, and when we're done, if you just casually scroll down, it look like we remove most of the stuff that we need to remove, and really no one really reads the description. Customer care. Okay, we can look for customer care. Let's do just the word customer. So we have several customer. All right. Customer, not this one. Next. That one's okay. Next. There's a customer care down there. Oh, we can delete this if we don't want to. Next. Customer care right there. And we can double click and delete that. Okay. These are our columns. So I think that's about it for customer care. And you can just, you know, do this really quickly. So A lot of time I would add like 500 into Hexalister as unlisted using the bulk. And I just do this and it takes me like less than 10 minutes or so just to go through quicker, sometimes quicker. Because I only search for a certain keyword, I remove all the sentence or the paragraph, and it's pretty fast. So you see the word show more here. So let me do that. Control C, select this, Control H, Control V, but I'm all sheet. You see that? So let's click away, highlight L again, Control H, Control V, and S, right? Specific range L to L. Let's do a replace all. Found 2 of them. Okay. So it looks good. Let's go to the description here, the title. We're done with that. Let me just show you this one. And we can just wrap this. Now we see this. And then you see how the title is on the bottom. We need to be on the top. It's easy to read. So select all. You can just push it to the top. So that will be on the top here. So it's easy to see. And it's not wrapped. So let me select column D. And let's do a wrap here so you can see them all at once. One column here. So usually you have the word Amazon. I don't worry about the brand name. You know, I sell a lot of these items where I just left the brand name. It's very hard. There's so many. Oh, there's Amazon Basics there. So let's do. Let's click on this. Copy this. And Control H, right? Control V. Because I Control C, I do a copy already, right? So what I do is I do Control C, click away, click column D, Control H, and Control V. I'm looking Pacific Range D here. Replace all. There's only one instance, luckily. So let me do the word Amazon by itself. Let's see what it's nothing. So that's good, right? Remove all the word Amazon on the title as well. As you can see, this one has been cut off. This was so long. Alright, so what you can do is, you see there's the brand name. I just leave them there. I don't have to, but if you want, you can go down to the description like and the title like this and just double click and remove that, right? And so you can look this quickly like this as well, but I'll leave them in there. So this word actually show up several times here. So let me do this real quick. Control H, Control V, replace all, okay? But you can add those names in the field as well, right? So I can just take this. So next time when I add items to Hexalister, it's gonna filter those one out as well. So comma, space, okay? And hit save. So you can collect all these bad words and that you want to remove when you add an item to Hexalister. It's going to remove from the title and also the description as well next time. So as you can see, we have 48, right? 49, because that's including the header here. So that's it. So if you open Hexalister, all of them should be optimized in here. They will not have anything in here that talks about, describes about warranty, customer service, refund. It's all done. And now you can just push this to shop immediately, fully optimized. But if you want to, spend more time, make it look really nice. So if you see double space, what you can do is for the title, not for description, is that you can do data cleanup, and just trim white space. Okay, you can do that as well. So that way there's no double space in between because we did optimize it, right? So we remove all the duplicate keywords, and sometimes because of that you can have double space in between. But you can still leave in the title. When someone buys it, they don't really care what you have in the title. It's more about the photos and made part of your description. Other than that, it's not too worried about. See, this one doesn't have a long of a title. But if you decide you want to add, let's just leave it like that. It doesn't matter. Once they get into your shop and they start looking for items, they're just going to see everything you have. And they're just going to choose and buy what they want to buy. So that's the key, is to get them into your shop so you can see more collections of what you're selling. So that's pretty easy, and then you just push this to shop immediately. And of course, there's a video for that as well to do that. But yeah, it's pretty easy. See, we have one that we changed to listed, and the other ones are still unlisted. But we can, if you want to make them all unlisted, all you have to do is copy this. So as you can see, right here we have 47 unlisted, and of course you can click on here as well to make all the unlisted to list. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so there's nothing unlisted now. Everything is transferred to all the listed. So if you can go back here, so they all turn into listed. So if you want to make this unlisted, you can always type the word unlisted. Okay, click away. If you open up here, let's go back to unlisted. See, there's one right away. So if you want to make this to listed, you just type in the word listed here. There's a lot of things you can do with the Google Sheet. You can literally just create a pivot table. We do have a report where we generate a Hexalister report that will take all this information and put in a really nice report, because you don't need the description in your report, right? So all you need is the how much profits you make, and where the customer zip code is from, so you can file your taxes to those states and or city level or something like that. But and of course you need the title, you need the ASIN, of course, to be included in your Hexalister report. And then we also have, we don't put the URL, of course. You have all your list price, the cost price, the quantity, the margin, and all that stuff will be included in your Hexalister report. And it doesn't look like this; it looks much nicer. So there's a lot of things, so you can connect whatever you want to this Google Sheet. But one thing I want to let you know is that always do the title and description, but maybe the status, but never manipulate the amount here that we have here, okay? Because that requires some calculation within Hexalister to produce these amounts. So you don't want to mess with those, okay? But you can mess with the title, description, and stuff like that, okay? And right now we are connecting to the sheet 1 right here. You don't want to make that change. Always leave that. But you can always create a new sheet, okay? So let me show you, okay? If somehow you actually change this to 12, okay? All right? And then I'll change this to sheet 1, okay? And I'll open Hexalister. They all disappear. There's nothing here. See? So you can just, you can add, you can write to all this tab if you want to, but the main tab is always start with sheet 1 like this. So if you decide that you're done with this and just kind of put it aside, and then since it's all empty now, right, you can actually start adding item bulk into this sheet right here, and you only concentrate on those. And when you're done with this, you just take all this listing, right, select the whole row and Control Shift down arrow, okay, and do a copy, and then you just paste it in here. So let me select all. Let me do a select all. Select all, copy. But you can just delete this one, and change it to sheet 1. Either way, right? So now we have 2 copies, right? Okay, and if I open Hexalister, of course, you're going to read sheet 1, and there it is, 48. Okay, so you can delete this as you want, because we don't need that anymore. But I'm just showing you. So do not change. If you do change this, it's going to break. So let me change this to 12. If I open Hexalister, let's say, oh, that's an issue. Okay, but if I refresh it, that's an issue. Just try to read it, and this is just in memory. But let's make it to back into 1 real quick. Open up, and voila, it's back now. Okay, if I decide to delete this, right? Several of these, okay, right click and delete. So if you open Hexalister, right, you only have 38. But let's do a Control Z real quick, bring it back, and you have 47, 48 now. And the good thing about this, we do have this The good thing about the glue sheet is that we can always retrieve to the last version that we have done to it, like update, delete, or to the glue sheet. Okay, so if you want to retrieve to the appropriate version, you just go in here, and then now you see all the version. Okay, everything you did in the Hexalister, all the updates and delete, you can actually revert back to restore to any version you want. So if somehow you lost the data, no biggie, right? You can always return to maybe maybe 5 minutes ago, and you will see those data as well. So let me click on this one, see what happened when we did that. So okay, this is what we did, right? We changed the listed to unlisted, blah blah blah. And so let's go back to the original here. That's the last thing we did. But you can, restore to any version you want. So let me restore this one. But you can just, when you choose, if you choose this one, then you just click on restore, and that will bring that version back. But in this case, I don't need any of those version. This is the latest version. So open Hexalister now. I got 48 now. Okay, but that's how you would do it and optimize the title using the spreadsheet, which is your database. So if you don't know how to do this, I don't recommend you to come in here and start messing with the database. But for those who knows how to do it, I give you this opportunity to optimize the title just like here, very easily. Okay, very simple. Okay.